everyone, and welcome to Evie's Toy House. Today we're going to be making this really fun trinket tray. So I'm changing things up a little bit. This is actually the final result of our little DIY project today. As you can see, we have a fun little resin trinket tray. So this trinket tray features two Poopsie Cutie Tooties surprise figures. We have Sunshine here on the left side, and we have Puddles. And they look super cute sitting in their little puddle of rainbow and clouds on the right side. So I hope you stay through the entire video to see how I made this really fun tray. Alright, let's get started. For this project, we're going to be using UV resin and also regular epoxy resin, which means you'll need to have all the proper safety equipment. On the right side, I use powder-free nitrile gloves. And on the left side, I also have a respirator. If you don't use the respirator, make sure the room that you're in is very well ventilated. After mixing 30 grams of 2-part resin, we're going to separate it into 2 cups and color it with alcohol ink in 2 different shades of blue. On the plate, we'll pour the blue resin from opposing sides. Here, we're going to be using a heat gun and move the resin along. Let's continue to pour more resin until they meet in the middle. I'm doing it slowly so that it doesn't become too thick. Let's mix it a little bit more and then set it aside to cure for a day. Next, let's make the crystals. We're going to add some glitter to the resin to add some sparkle. And then pour it into my crystal mold. Then, to add some color, we're going to use a few layers of alcohol ink. We're going to alternate the blues and whites so that the colors will travel down the mold. Alright everyone, it's been a day and we can demold the crystal. Let's take a look and see how it turned out. The thing with resin and alcohol ink is that no two pieces come out the same. Here's our plate. It is done, so we have dark blue on one side and a lighter blue on the other side. In addition, now we have our little crystal. And I think this crystal looks really great here. While we put our 2 figurines. So what I wanted to do is add some rainbow here on the left side for the sun, and then some clouds on the right side for the raindrop. Here we're going to use UV resin. This cures under UV light. On a piece of silicone mat, I poured 7 clusters of glitter in shades of the rainbow. And we're going to add some UV resin to each cluster and mix it up. We don't need a whole lot, so that's why I'm not using bowls or cups. Then we're going to take each color, starting with the red, and drop it into the dish. The red drop will be the biggest one because we need it to radiate outwards and still be visible. With each color, we're going to drop it right in the middle. Hopefully the weight of the added resin will start to push all the colors outwards and will create a little circle rainbow. Once we're done, we're going to add sunshine right in the middle. And then slide a whole plate under the UV light for a few minutes to cure. Once it's cured, it's nice and hard. Now, let's add some clouds on Puddle's side. To make clouds, we're going to use some ivory soap. I have a small piece here, and we are just going to cut little chunks out of it. And then we're going to microwave it for a few seconds. After microwaving, the soap becomes little fluffy clouds. Look at this. Isn't this fun? Back on the plate, we're going to add some UV resin to the plate on the right side. Let's put Puddles in the middle and then start to add small pieces of soap around it. Once we're done, we're going to slide it under the UV light for a few minutes. Alright, so the resin is cured. As you can see, it's raised up. But that's okay because we're going to add more resin on top to smooth it out. Let's go ahead and pour 40 grams of epoxy resin. Before we add any additives, we're going to use the clear resin to coat the crystals. The crystal molds that I used was not the shiny type, so the piece comes out matte. This will add shine to the crystal. Then we're going to add some glitter to the rest of the resin. We're going back over the clouds to ensure they're coated and protected with resin. Then we're going to pour the rest of the resin on the plate. I'm using a heat gun to pop the bubbles and even out the resin. Alright everyone, and here is the final result. Isn't it cute? Oh my goodness, I just love these little Poopsie cuties. Oh, they are so cute, and I love that they come with eyelashes. Just take a look at that. So this plate is pretty big, and as you can see, these crystals are perfect for holding rings. You can put a lot of rings on here, even cat noir's rings, and then the rest of the plate you can put other trinkets on there. I know some of you might think that I'm destroying a figure, however I think this trinket tray would be used quite often, so I don't really see it as destroying a toy. Instead, we're actually just kind of upcycling it into something really useful. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my little tray. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!